Have you ever noticed that your balance isn't quite as steady as it used to be, but you're not entirely sure why? It's not always a dramatic fall that makes you realize it. Often it starts with the little things. Maybe you find yourself holding onto the wall when getting dressed, taking smaller, more cautious steps over uneven surfaces, or feeling a bit unsure when stepping off a curb. These subtle signs of imbalance might seem insignificant at first, but before you know it, that quiet loss of stability grows into a constant worry about falling. The reality is, most people don't talk about this. Balance doesn't just vanish overnight. For many, it gradually declines due to a series of small, preventable mistakes. The good news is, once you understand what these mistakes are, you can halt the decline, and in many cases, even reverse it. In this video, we're going to explore the 5 most common mistakes that subtly rob older adults of their balance. While each of these mistakes may seem minor by itself, when they pile up, they can chip away at your stability, confidence, and independence. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, and you want to maintain your steadiness without fear, without hesitation, these insights could be the game changer you've been waiting for. So stick with us until the end. We're not just pointing out the problems. We'll also provide you with practical tips and solutions to help you take action today. Let's dive in and get started on the path to stronger, steadier balance. Mistake 1. Ignoring the importance of foot and ankle strength. When it comes to balance, many people assume it begins in the brain or the hips. However, the truth is, it often starts much lower, right at your feet and ankles. Your ankles are the first part of your body that reacts. When there's any shift in your environment, whether you're walking across uneven grass, stepping off a curb, or catching yourself from a stumble, it's your ankles that adjust your posture, absorb shock, and send crucial signals to your brain to help keep you steady on your feet. As we age, we tend to lose both strength and flexibility in our feet and ankles, mostly because we stop engaging them regularly. Wearing shoes with thick soles, spending years walking on flat indoor surfaces, and avoiding barefoot movement can all lead to stiff, weak ankles. When this happens, even the smallest imbalances go unnoticed and uncorrected, resulting in wobbles, hesitation, and eventually falls. I remember meeting a gentleman named George who was 76 years old. He explained that he felt his feet were no longer responding as quickly as they used to. He hadn't sprained anything, and his vision was fine, but he found himself tripping more often. After assessing his ankle range of motion, we discovered it was significantly limited. After just 2 weeks of doing simple exercises like foot circles, towel scrunches, and standing calf raises, his balance showed remarkable improvement. "I never thought my feet mattered that much," he admitted. "Now, I realize how wrong I was." Here's a quick test for yourself. Stand barefoot and rise up onto your toes. Can you do it without wobbling? Next, try standing on one foot. How do your ankle muscles feel? Are they awake and responsive, or do they feel weak and unresponsive? If you're unsure, you're not alone. But this is a telltale sign that your foundation, the very base of your balance, is in need of some serious attention. The good news is that strengthening your ankles and feet doesn't require fancy equipment. It starts with re-engaging those muscles. Walk barefoot on safe, varied surfaces like grass or sand to stimulate your feet and ankles. Roll a ball under your feet to help improve circulation and flexibility. Stretch your calves regularly, and practice slow, mindful steps that encourage your feet to work actively. Because when your feet and ankles are strong, your entire body becomes more stable, moves more fluidly, and can recover quickly from those small missteps we all experience. Neglecting ankle and foot strength may seem like a small issue, but it's often the first domino in a series of balance problems. Once you address this weakness, the rest of your body's balance system has a much better chance to stay stable, safe, and strong. By focusing on your feet and ankles, you're laying a solid foundation that supports better balance, reduced fall risk, and increased confidence in everyday movement. Mistake 2. Skipping balance exercises completely. The second mistake, which may seem harmless at first glance, actually undermines your stability over time. It's something many people overlook, not incorporating any balance training into their daily routine. We tend to think of balance as something automatic, like breathing, something that just happens naturally. But the reality is, balance is a skill. And like any skill, if you don't actively practice it, it starts to fade. As we age, we become more cautious in our movements. We slow down, avoid uneven surfaces, and stop reaching or twisting too much. While this caution may seem protective and helps prevent immediate falls, it actually sets up a dangerous cycle. The less we challenge our balance, the weaker it becomes, leading to even more difficulty in the future. I recall working with a lady named Linda, who was 73 years old. She shared, "I just try to be careful and move slowly these days." We started with a few simple balance exercises like standing with her feet close together or walking heel to toe down the hallway. She was taken aback by how unstable she felt. "I never realized how much I had lost," she said. "I thought I was being safe, but I've been playing it too safe." Balance exercises don't have to be extreme or high risk. Simple activities like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, performing gentle Tai Chi movements, walking in a straight line with your arms extended, or even just standing still with your feet together and your eyes closed for a few seconds can make a huge difference. These small exercises engage your body and brain, allowing them to communicate better. They retrain your muscles to adjust, stabilize, and react quickly when necessary. And over time, they help rebuild your confidence physically and mentally. Someone with great balance doesn't just walk better. They also carry themselves with more confidence. They reach for objects without second-guessing, move through crowded spaces without hesitation, and trust their body more than ever. When you avoid balance training out of fear or habit, you're missing out on the opportunity to enhance this vital skill. Even if you're in your 70s or 80s, your body can still retrain those neural pathways. You simply have to make the commitment. Don't wait for a fall to make you realize the importance of balance work. Instead, take just 5 minutes a day to focus on it. The best time to have started was years ago, but the second best time is right now. And if you're still watching and finding this information valuable, comment number 2 below to let me know you're following along. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us create more content to educate and inspire you. Let's keep going. Mistake 3. Choosing the wrong shoes or walking barefoot indoors. The third common mistake I see among seniors is wearing improper footwear at home, or worse, walking barefoot on slippery floors. While it may seem like a minor issue, this is one of the easiest ways to set yourself up for a fall. Our feet serve as the foundation for our balance. If you're wearing shoes that don't provide the proper support, or if you're walking around barefoot on smooth floors, your feet can't function the way they're supposed to. They lack the necessary grip and stability to adjust to changes in terrain, and this puts you at risk. I remember working with a 79-year-old man named Jack who told me, "I used to walk around in just socks, even at night." He never thought much of it until one evening when he slipped on a rug and almost fell. "It wasn't the rug," he said. "It was my socks. I didn't realize how much traction I was losing." Wearing shoes with thin soles or no grip causes your feet to slide around inside, which makes you more unstable. Similarly, shoes with too much cushioning or high heels reduce the connection between your feet and the ground, which makes it harder for your brain to make quick adjustments. So, what should you wear instead? The best option is shoes that offer solid arch support, a flat sole, and non-slip grip. Look for shoes that are specifically designed for seniors, or just opt for a comfortable, supportive sneaker. For indoors, try using slip-resistant socks, or house slippers that fit snugly and have a non-slip sole. The key isn't to choose shoes based on fashion. It's about providing your feet with the support they need to keep you steady. Wearing the wrong footwear, whether indoors or outdoors, can cause hesitation and instability. But with the right shoes, you'll have the foundation to move confidently, safely, and without worry. It's a simple fix that can have a major impact on your balance, confidence, and overall safety. Mistake 4. Becoming too dependent on furniture or walls for support. While walking, the fourth common mistake that negatively impacts balance is becoming overly dependent on furniture, walls, or other objects for support when moving around the house. While it may feel safer or more secure in the moment, this habit can actually be quite detrimental in the long term. Using walls, furniture, or any nearby objects as a crutch while walking may seem like a way to avoid falling, but in reality, it's preventing your body from relying on its own muscles and reflexes to maintain balance. Each time we grab onto a railing, lean against the counter, or steady ourselves using a piece of furniture, we're telling our body, "I don't trust you to keep me steady." This constant reliance can weaken the very muscles that should be actively engaged to keep us stable. Over time, the more we lean on external support, the more our muscles become weaker, and our balance worsens because we're not using the muscles around our ankles, knees, and hips to their full potential. Take Sarah, for example, a 75-year-old woman I worked with. For years, Sarah had relied heavily on her cane to move from room to room. It was a tool she thought she couldn't live without, but over time, it became her main source of stability, no longer just a helpful aid, but a crutch that limited her mobility. We started working on exercises that encouraged her to stand and walk without relying on any external support. At first, it was challenging, but over time, her confidence grew. "I had no idea how much I was depending on the walls," Sarah admitted. "Now I can walk around without hesitation, and it feels great." The more we use furniture or walls for support, the more we deprive our body of the opportunity to strengthen the muscles responsible for maintaining our balance. These small muscles in our legs and core are vital for stability, and without regular activation, they become weaker, leaving us even more vulnerable to falls. Instead of continuing to rely on external support, challenge yourself to practice walking without holding on to anything. Begin by walking short distances with the intention of engaging your core and leg muscles. If you feel uneasy, you can start by using a sturdy chair as a support, but try to gradually decrease your reliance on it. As you continue practicing, your body will adapt, and you'll notice that your confidence in moving without support increases, and eventually, you'll need fewer and fewer crutches. Mistake 5. Overlooking changes in vision and hearing. The fifth and final mistake, which often goes unnoticed, is ignoring changes in vision and hearing. These senses are crucial for maintaining balance and preventing falls. Your eyes help you understand where you are in space, allowing you to detect obstacles, changes in surface levels, and potential hazards. Your inner ear, responsible for your sense of hearing, also plays a pivotal role in balance. It helps you detect shifts in your body's position, especially when you move your head or change your posture. As we age, subtle changes in vision and hearing can occur, often gradually, and without us realizing. These changes can have a significant impact on balance if not addressed. Vision impairments, such as difficulty seeing in low light or trouble distinguishing objects, can make it harder to avoid obstacles. Similarly, hearing loss can make it difficult to detect sounds that alert us to changes in our environment, such as people approaching or the sound of footsteps on uneven ground. Unfortunately, many people overlook these changes until they become a bigger issue. But the reality is, when vision and hearing changes are left unaddressed, they can seriously affect your ability to maintain balance and stability. If you've noticed any changes in your eyesight or hearing, it's important to get them checked. Regular eye exams and hearing tests can help you catch issues early and provide solutions that will improve your overall balance and safety.